21, they said I had diabetes. My only thought was, man, how they gonna treat me? Cause I ain't one that be looking for a pity party. You know my name is Confident, the life of the party. Then after that I found out I had a baby girl.
Hey you guys, what's up? It's your girl, Miss Confident, and I am back with another YouTube video. First of all, let me welcome you guys to my channel, Confident Music Talks. This particular video, of course, according to the title, you guys already probably know what this video will be about, but I'll give you a reminder. This video is going to be, looking at my paper, but this particular video is going to be on Cierra and Jordan's breakup. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Cierra and Jordan or Cierra and Jordan, you're probably a little bit more familiar with Jordan because he hangs around Chris from Chris and Queen more than he should be hanging around with him. But we'll get into all of that. But yeah, Cierra and Jordan was a YouTube couple that recently broke up over the Christmas and New Year, over the holiday period. And they basically broke up. I'm not going, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about Cierra's side of the story. I'm going to talk about Jordan's side of the story. And then I'm going to give you guys my take on it, what I think, my opinion, and what I think is pretty much going on, or what happened, and things like that. Okay, Cierra's side of the story is that when Jordan, Armand, and Trey and Chris went to Atlanta, or I'm not sure actually when because she did not say, but she basically hinted at, the fans are more so saying that it happened when they went to Atlanta, but Cierra basically hinted to the point of, like, Jordan, he basically cheated. And that she think that Chris had a lot of influence on Jordan's decision. Which everybody is their own individual people, but I can definitely get what she's saying, and I'm gonna later on talk about that. Now, excuse me. Jordan's side of the story is that he had to remove himself from the situation because Cierra was putting her hands on him and all of these things, and I guess he was like an abuse victim. I don't know, and I'm not gonna laugh period about abuse because men can be in abusive situations. So I'm definitely not making fun of him or anything like that, but I just find it quite I find it quite hilarious that when people cheat and they get caught, then they start coming up with all these things like, oh, I cheated because you wasn't giving me enough attention. Oh, I cheated because you drank the last apple juice. I cheated because I wanted the regular Doritos in the red pack, but you bought the Doritos in the blue pack. Like seriously. So when I hear, okay, you didn't say anything about this prior, you didn't break up with Cierra because she was putting her hands on you and all these things that you claimed on your Instagram feed, Instagram story or whatever. But when she catches you cheating, oh, Cierra was putting her hands on me. I'm not going to say Cierra wouldn't put her hands on him, but do I think that he was like an abuse victim, or how he was trying to take all the attention off the fact that he cheated and messed up, you know, and things like that? No, I don't think that. I think that probably when Cierra caught him cheating, or word got back to Cierra that he was cheating, and you guys, if you follow the All Tea All Shade page on YouTube, they also posted screenshots where he was in some random girl's inbox. I don't know if all of that transpired or the period of times, like when it did or whatever, but excuse me, just getting over a cold or trying to get over it. But yeah, I think that as we're all human, and I'm not going to make up an excuse or say she was right for putting her hands on him if she did. What she said that she didn't do that or whatever. I'm not going to say that I believe she didn't do it, but I think that it definitely stemmed from him cheating and the infidelity part of it, and she probably became enraged, and she probably did put her hands on him. Like I said, I'm not making up excuses if she did that, because you don't need to put your hands on anybody. But for Jordan to insinuate like it was an abusive situation for him, no, I don't believe that. I do not. I just don't believe that he was in this abusive situation, and oh, da 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 da. You're taking away from the fact of, okay, if you're gonna talk about these things and you saying she was abusive, okay, then tell us what happened with the breakup. Tell us what happened as far as this cheating stuff, and I'll tell us what happened. You're gonna try to throw her under the bus and let her get ran over by the City Line bus. Okay, then tell us the whole story. If she swung at you because you was cheating, let us know. But don't try to tell a half of a story to try to get sympathy or to savage the little bit of fans that you have, because you, truth be told, okay, that's part of what I think happened. So we're going to go ahead and get to that. So before I get to what I think happened, I can't remember the video, but I promise you guys, if you have been watching since the beginning, or you've been watching the videos, period, where I talked about, if you guys remember the video that I talked about, birds of a feather flock together, when I said Cierra needed to be on alert because Jordan was hanging out with Chris a little bit too much. Now, when I made that comment in my video, and like I said, I don't know what video it was, but when I made that comment, a couple people came in and were like, I got the Chris cough going on. But a couple people came and they were like, yeah, if somebody wants to, basically taking up for Jordan, like, nah, Jordan wouldn't do that to Cierra, and da-da-da, and that doesn't mean anything because he's hanging around with Chris, and da-da-da-da. Y'all know I got to do it. You know I got to do it because I told you so. Cierra basically felt the same way. And I would go off of Cierra's word before others people's, words, because for the simple fact that Cierra knows Jordan better than all of us. So you pretty much know somebody, you know how they were. They never cheated. They never gave you reason to worry, anything. Then as soon as they start hanging with this person that they look up to, that's the thing. People have to understand that, as I said in the video, people's mindsets are different. Just because you have a leader mindset, a leader brain, a leader demeanor inside of you, everybody's not built like that. Some people are naturally born followers. So when you have such and such, okay, if you sit here and, for instance, I'll give an example to my ladies. If you are the biggest fan of Queens, the biggest fan, and you have a boyfriend, a husband, or whatever you want to say, and you never for once thought, okay, now I want to cheat, I don't want to go out, I don't want to do this. But then Queen comes into your life and like, hey girl, and y'all BFFs now, and she telling you like, girl, I do this to Chris, I go out, I party, I do this, do that. If you don't have that leadership mindset, because this is your idol, because this is your new BFF, because you have a follower mentality, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be doing the same things that Queen is now doing. And that's just an example. So when people would say, no, I don't believe that, I had people even messaging me like, I don't think Jordan would do that. And, and that doesn't mean anything because he hangs with Chris. Okay, so what's going on now? Because you clearly can see that Chris, everybody, in my opinion, that gets around Chris Sales, it becomes a toxic, I'm going to get this word together, a toxic type of situation. It becomes a toxic type of situation, whether it be Queen from being with him, whether it be his friends around him. Everybody gets caught up in the BS. Everybody start acting like him, wanting to be like him. And I'm just sitting there like, what is it? Is it because he light skin? He got some curly hair, like these? Because half of the people that you see running up behind him is either thoughts, and I'm gonna say y'all thoughts because y'all know the man is married. Y'all know the man. Y'all know, y'all well aware because y'all probably knew him from being with Queen. So if y'all in his inbox, y'all in comments talking about bae with the heart eyes and all this other stuff, The man is still technically married, so I'm talking about now and then that's thottish behavior. So it's either thoughts that are running up behind him, or it's either these little bitty girls who, if he mess with, he going to prison. So it's just like, I just, for the life of me, it's just like, I didn't see anything good coming from Jordan being so consumed in Chris. I started to see Jordan spend so much time with Cierra to the point where, mostly when it was, they would be together with Chris and Queen when it was Chris and Queen. But then it seemed like when Chris and Queen was no more Chris and Queen, Chris started getting, and not even in a homosexual type of way, but it's like he started getting controlling over Jordan, you know what I mean? And then a part of me feel like it's so crazy. I don't want to put this in a manner of being like homosexual or nothing, but sometimes even men with their friends, they have these controlling things, like how they will be with a woman. I can guarantee you, because Jordan, I can guarantee you, one, Jordan does not have the type of money that Chris has. So when they take all these trips to Atlanta, Miami, all this stuff they do, Jordan is so hypnotized by the fact that Chris got these cars, Chris got these fans, Chris got all this stuff. So he just like, he not even thinking right. Like, I look at his face in some pictures, he don't look like he belong, being honest. I don't get that sense that, I get the sense, honest to God, that Jordan can be a real nice and authentic type of guy. But when you're around the wrong people, when you see these lifestyles and stuff, I can guarantee you, if Chris was to pull out a bag of cocaine and sit it on the table, chop it up and snort it, and tell Jordan, snort this, Jordan would snort it. I guarantee you. And most of you may look at this video saying, she crazy. I guarantee you he would. Because it's just the time. I've known people that have had those follower mentalities, and then they start making these decisions and stuff. That's why it's not a problem when you're in a relationship and you looking out for the person that you with. That's just like men. They don't want if they see that their woman, their girlfriend, wife, whatever, have these thottish type friends, no, it's okay for that man to feel like, I don't want you out there because they doing it, you going out with them, what I'm gonna think you doing. It's the same thing with men. It's okay women to feel like, okay, I don't feel comfortable with you spending all this time. You spending more time with this man than you're spending with me, and I already know what he doing. Look what he doing to his wife. So if Chris is always doing these things and these guys in the squad are always with him, what do you think they're doing? If y'all think that they're not doing what Chris doing, something's really wrong with you, for real, for real. Look at the situation with M and Von that was swept under the rug because people just stopped talking about it. And I was gonna make a video on it, but then I'm like, I'm a huge fan of not fan, but supporter of M and Von, but I started pulling back a little bit when that scandal came out about Von trying to hook up with other girls on M and stuff, and then it was never addressed. They just act like it never happened, and I'm sitting here like, y'all put everything else out there, but then when a scandal hit, y'all ain't got nothing to say. So it's just like, but then my mind instantly hit, and I'm like, at first I was shocked, but then I'm like, I'm not shocked because he always is hanging out with Chris. Look at Chris. So it's kind of like the saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. If you think that saying is bull crap, something is really wrong with you. And 9 times out of 10, you one of them birds that's flocking with something that's fraudulent. Because that is the most truest saying ever. If like, come on now. But yeah, what I think about Cierra and Jordan's breakup, a part of me feel like they might get back together. But then a part of me feels like Jordan is so hypnotized by Chris. He just, he's excited to travel and to be around somebody got some money. And like I said, Chris probably pays for the hotels. Chris probably pays for his food sometimes. Chris probably pays for certain, trips and different stuff. So Jordan just really sits there like, this is the life, and it's really not the life. That life that Chris is living is eventually, if he doesn't find a real talent, and he eventually him and Queen does not get back together and he doesn't find a real talent eventually or job, eventually that lifestyle is going to come to a halt because people, I'm honest to God, I'm bored watching his videos without Queen. I'm going to just keep it real. I'm bored. He used these, which I just talked about in a previous video. He uses all those clickbait things. He like it's like he's so that he's just like, I'm over Chris. I'm trying to stay subscribe to the channel as long as it has Chris and Queen on there, which I don't understand why he's keeping that on there. He need to just change to Chris and then see how many subscribers he keep. But I think that's why he's not changing it, because he learned from the last time. But yeah, Jordan, I'm very disappointed in Jordan. I really am. But like I said, I saw this coming. If you guys find that video, let me know. But I promise you guys, I said it in a previous video that I felt it coming, because I just saw that Jordan is a very impressionable type of person. Even with Cierra in his relationship, I felt like, you know how you always, for the most part, I always try to get it across to people. A lot of people use Bible references and different things and say, oh, it's supposed to be the man of the relationship and da 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 da. I really believe in the saying equally yoked, and I don't feel like that means what you bring to the table. I feel like that means that you guys have to have a general consistency and come together and stay on the same page. And it's not a man or a woman so-called role in a relationship, you know. And some relationships work without having that. Some relationships work with having a leader and having the person that follows. You know, it's just all what works for that individual couple. But in Jordan and Cierra's case, I just always felt like Cierra was a little bit more headstrong. She had more goals. She always talked about college and dancing, and so much so when she uploaded the 2 videos of her dancing and I saw that and doing hair and stuff, I was like, you better go, Cierra, because I haven't seen nothing from Jordan but Jordan going on trips with Chris and Armand and Trey looking like the outsider. They dressed in all this Gucci and all this stuff, materialism as always. And he's standing there looking like that and stuff. And it's just like, baby, go home. Go call Cierra. Apologize. Let Chris go. Keep your channel. Get your subscribers up and make your money and don't look back. Because like everybody that Chris sells goes around becomes a toxic situation for them in their love life, their personal life, friendships. It just becomes toxic. And on that note, let me know what you guys think about the video as far as the topic of the video. And are you team Cierra? Are you team Jordan? Are you team get back together? Are you team stay broken up? Do you think that Chris's influence was a big part of Cierra's and Jordan's breakup? Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like this video, comment on this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's the same as this channel name. Music is spelled M-U-Z-I-C. And I say that all the time because a lot of you guys pull up M-U-S-I-C and then you say, I can't find it. So that's what it is. Confident Music Talks, M-U-Z-I-C, the same as this channel. And I love you guys as always. Don't forget to hashtag stay confident. To all my confident comrades, love you guys as always. Bye.